What is up, guys? So I was just sitting here. I just filmed another video on the One Up Nutrition BCAAs, which you can go check out for yourself. It's a review on that product. And I was thinking to myself, I've been going through this journey and this process for a little while now. Most recently, I started my fitness journey January 1st of this year. And this was like my second go at it, and I've been kind of sticking to it consistently. It is August 1st, and I've seen some tremendous results. However, there has been one thing that I have changed up within the last month and a half or 2 months that has really like kicked things up a notch. And I wanted to share that tip with you guys because this was a common mistake that I was making, and I'm sure that if I was making it, there may be someone else out there who could be making that same mistake. So when we think about fitness, we think about our fitness goals. Mine specifically is to lose weight and, well, lose body fat and transform my body and my mental being. Which means that I have a lot of weight and a lot of excess fat on me that I want to get rid of, but I also want to like build muscle. I want to get tone. I want to be healthier. I want my mind to be right. I want to like have a good relationship with food. I want to have a good relationship with just like my diet in general. And one thing that I have done is kind of play the eat by hunger type of thing, and it has worked. Like, I've tried to really get in tune with how my body is feeling and say like, am I really hungry right now? And if I am hungry, then I will eat, but I will only eat until I'm no longer truly hungry. And that has been working. I've decreased the volume of food that I've been consuming. I've added like healthier foods into my diet, and I have lost already 65 pounds since the beginning of the year. However, when I implemented this one strategy, and this is not anything new, but it's new to me, it has changed the game for me, like completely changed the game. So about 2 months ago, I went to Walmart. Well, actually, I was watching a video on YouTube, and I saw someone using this product. So I went to Walmart and found one and picked one up. So what I am talking about is a food scale. This is a game changer. Now, I never got one of these. I've heard about food scales. I've seen people use them, but I'm like, do I really want to be weighing out my food and like being that particular with how many carbs and how much protein and how much of this, how much of that? Like, it just seemed like a lot of work, and I felt like, well, I'm fat, so like, do I need to be doing all of this? I could just do like the common sense diet, like don't eat as much crap, eat better foods, and that has been working. But as I lose the weight and I lose the body fat and I'm getting smaller, I'm seeing that the results are getting slower, and I'm gonna have to start really dialing in and really putting some effort into my nutrition. So I bought this food scale, and I calculated. I spent some time. It was hard because I've never calculated macros before. I spent some time calculating my TDEE, which is my total daily energy expenditure, and then I used that number to calculate, based on how many calories I plan on losing in a week, or burning in a week from my workouts, how much I would need to consume in order to lose 2 pounds a week. So that probably will be in a different video because that takes a little bit of time and explanation. But nonetheless, after I got that figure of how many calories I need to eat, I used that to really create a meal plan for myself and see, okay, how many carbs, how many grams of protein, how many grams of fat I want to eat in a day. And so then when I meal prep for the week, because I do meal prep 14 meals, which is 2 meals a day, 7 days a week, I weigh everything out on this scale so that I know it is accurate. And one thing that I have learned is what you think is a certain amount of food is most likely not how much food that really is. So like, for instance, rice. I love rice. I could eat a lot of rice. What I thought 1 cup of rice is not what 1 cup of rice is. And I learned that by actually weighing out 1 cup of rice on this scale. And for me, that makes a huge difference, because eating half a cup of rice, which is what I do with my lunch, and half a cup for dinner, I could have been eating 2 cups for lunch and 2 cups for dinner. That's a huge caloric difference. That could be the difference between you actually losing weight that week or not losing weight that week. So what I have learned is, if you really want to start seeing some results, weigh out your food. Weigh it out. Doesn't mean you can't eat, but you should know what you're eating. If you think you're eating 1 cup of rice, be eating 1 cup of rice. But how are you gonna know? Unless you have, you can get a measuring spoon that measures 1 cup, but also with like proteins, with chicken, with ground turkey, with steak. Steak is a fattier cut of protein. So steak, like cutting up a sirloin steak or a ribeye steak is gonna have a lot more calories than a chicken breast. I personally enjoy steak, so sometimes I'm gonna implement steak into my diet. I need to make sure that I'm weighing out the 170 grams of protein that I have allotted myself for the day. If I'm not weighing it out, if you look at 170 grams of steak, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I could eat way more than 170 grams of steak. It doesn't look like that much. So if you're eyeballing it by what you feel like you'll be able to eat to satisfy your hunger, you may be eating a lot more than what you actually nutritionally need to intake in order to hit your goals and to be able to function healthily throughout the day and throughout the week. My point is, invest in a food scale. I went to Walmart. This was $22.99, and it's super easy. I'll show you right now. So this is the scale. It's very simple. I have it set to grams. So this is the power button here. This is the unit. So if you press power, it'll turn on. It's at 0. You can change the unit here and how you want to weigh. So they have grams. They have, pounds, ounces, kilograms, and grams. So I leave mine at grams, because that's how I created my meal plan, based on grams. And then if you put something on there, like for instance, I'll weigh my 1UP Nutrition pre-workout, it'll give me the number of grams, 376 grams, right? Say you had a meal prep container on here and you wanted to be adding stuff to the container. What you would do is you place a container on here, it's gonna weigh the container for you. Then you press tear. You press tear, and what that's gonna do, is actually zero it out. So it's gonna subtract the weight of the actual container. Now, if this was a meal prep container, as you start adding additional things, like for example, say I was adding chicken breast, it's only gonna be weighing the actual weight of the chicken breast, not the container. So you can keep adding until you hit the actual number for the food that you want to be eating. Then once you hit that number, you hit 170 grams for the chicken breast, you hit tear, it'll bring it to 0, and you start putting your rice. I hit 70 grams of rice, hit tear, brings it to 0, and I start putting broccoli. I hit 84 grams of broccoli, that's it for that meal. So since I've been doing that, I have seen a huge difference in how much weight I've been losing, how my body looks. Like, I feel strong, I feel really good, I have control over my diet, and it just gives me a sense of like control over what I'm doing. You should know exactly what you're eating, exactly what's going into your body, because you are what you eat, and you are a reflection of the food that you put into your body and the products that you put into your body. You should know exactly how much is going in and what is going in. So that's it for this video. I hope that was a helpful tip. Using a food scale has kind of changed my fitness journey in such a short period of time, and I hope that if you guys have been thinking about it, that you try it out. I got mine in Walmart. They sell them everywhere. You can even just go on Amazon and pick up a food scale. So let me know if you guys decided to get one and how it's working, or if you already have a food scale and how you use yours. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day. I am going to pack my bag because in a little bit I'm going to hit the gym, and see you later.